Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. So today we are going to take a look at conditional. So when we talk about conditionals, the word that comes to us is if. So what are conditional? Let's take a look. Conditional tenses are used to speculate about what could happen, what might have happened, and what we wish would happen. How is the form and how to use them? We will look at that after this. The general form of conditional is using the if clause. The if clause can come at the beginning of the sentence or after the main clause. When it comes at the beginning, we put a comma after it. We do not use a comma when the if clause comes after the main clause. Let's take a look at the example. If David works hard, he will get a promotion. So this one, the clause comes at the beginning. So we put comma here. Next example, David will get a promotion if he works hard. So we do not use a comma when the if clause comes after the main clause. This is the if clause. Okay, so that is the general form of the conditional. We have four types of conditional. Namely, the first one is zero conditional. Zero conditional talk about things that are always or generally true. First conditional talk about things that are possible now or in the future. While second conditional talk about things that are impossible or unlikely in the present or future. In addition, it also gives advice with the phrase if I were you followed by would. Last one is called third conditional. The use of third conditional is to talk about things in the past that were possible but did not happen. Now, we will look at the example and the form of these conditionals. We will start with zero conditional. As I said, it is used to talk about things that are always or generally true. There are three forms and examples of zero conditional. The first one is word if plus present simple and the clause in present simple. For example, if water reaches 100 Celsius, it boils. Next, if present simple modal. If I don't wear glasses, I can't see. And last one, if present simple and imperative. If you feel tired, go to sleep. In the zero conditional, we can use when or whenever instead of if. For example, in the sentence, if it rains, the water comes in through the roof. We can simply change the word if with when. When it rains, the water comes in through the roof. The same things for whenever. If he is under a lot of pressure at work, Mr. Jones starts panic. We can change the word if to whenever. Whenever he is under a lot of pressure at work, Mr. Jones starts to panic. First conditional is used to talk about things that are possible and now in the future. Let's look at the form and the example. The first form is present simple will. For example, if you do well at the interview, you will get a job. Next, present simple modal. If she's late again, she may lose her job. And the last one, present simple imperative. If you see Tim, tell him to call me. In the first conditional, we can also use these words and phrases. Number 1, unless means if not. I won't give you the money unless if you sign the contract. I won't give you the money if you do not sign the contract. Or, if you do not sign the contract, I won't give you the money. Next, provided or providing that means on condition that. For example, providing that you do your job properly, you won't get fired. Or, if you do your job properly, you won't get fired. And the last one is as long as or so long as means on condition that. For example, the sentence you will do well if you work hard. You can change that by you will do well as long as you work hard. So that is the phrases and words that you can use in the first conditional to replace the word if. Now let's look at second conditional. Second conditional is used to talk about things that are impossible or unlikely in the present or future. It is also used to give advice with the phrase, if I were you, followed by would. Let's take a look at the example of the second. In the form of if, past simple, and would, the example of the sentence is, if I had a well-paid job, I wouldn't need to borrow money from my friends. Another example, if she was determined, she could get a job. Second form of second conditional, if, past simple, and modal verb. For example, if I were you, I would wear a smart suit to the interview. So, for second conditional, we have these two forms. The first form, if, past simple, and would talk about things that are impossible or unlikely in the present or future. And if, past simple, and modal verb used to give advice with the phrase, if I were you, I would wear a smart suit to the interview. In the second conditional, we can use were instead of was in the if clause. The use of were is more formal. For example, if she was or were a soldier, she would travel all over the world. Third conditional. Third conditional is used to talk about things in the past that were possible but did not happen, meaning it might have happened but it, it does not happen. So let's take a look at the form as well as the example for third conditional. The first one is if plus past perfect would have plus past participle. If he had lost his job, it would have been a disaster. Next, if past perfect modal verb have and past participle. For example, if you had told me in time, I might have sent the letter of application. So these are all the example for the conditional. That is all for our topic conditional today. I hope my explanation is helpful to you and you are able to answer all the questions regarding conditional. If you have any question, you can either email me or PM me in the class Telegram group. See you next time.